I stood up for 24 hours straight to raise awareness for endometriosis. But what is endometriosis, aka endo? It's a chronic condition that affects more than 1 in 9 women across Australia and the world, where tissue and cysts grow outside the uterus, causing severe pain, menstrual irregularities, and much, much more. I actually only discovered what endo was around this time last year, where I was able to witness just how much it affected a close friend of mine, and so many other people in my life that I didn't even know about. This really brought to my attention the lack of awareness surrounding endo, because not only does it affect 1 in 9 women, but getting a diagnosis is one of the longest and most frustrating processes imaginable. This is because it's not recognised enough by medical professionals, which causes constant re-referrals, and the diagnosis itself requires a surgical procedure that not all young people can afford. 1 in 9 is just a rough figure. It definitely affects more, and what doesn't help is that young women are often told that their pain they're experiencing is normal or part of regular period pain, but this is so very far from the truth. The reason I decided to do this challenge is because I wanted to start a conversation with people, particularly within the male community, about what endo is and how we can better support the women in our lives who endure it. This challenge was actually very difficult. I was putting my mind and my body through some of the most discomfort I have ever experienced. But that was actually part of the point. Here is what happened. I've been feeling anxious all day today. It is currently Monday the 21st of March, and tomorrow I'm going to be standing up still for 24 hours straight in the middle of Canberra Centre to raise awareness for endometriosis. Particularly in the past year, it has come to light to me just how much these women have to endure, especially those who have, chronic pain conditions like endometriosis or PCOS. Like, this shit's real, man. I'm really struggling to talk about this just because it has been something that has affected so many close friends in my life and just so many important people in my life that I'm overwhelmed, and I just don't know how to speak about it to the camera because I've just have so much emotions surrounding it. I have a close friend who has endometriosis, and last year, 2021, I've had the privilege to spend, time with her, but the misfortune to have to see her go through endo and how it's impacted so many areas of her life, and it's awful. It stops you from being able to do the simplest of things, cancelling plans that you've really wanted to go to. Some days it's even a struggle to get up out of bed and do the simplest of things like taking a shower or eating breakfast. Things that we take for granted, I take for granted because it comes so easy to me. I have a healthy body, I have a functioning body that allows me to do so much, and it doesn't fail me ever. And just seeing how it's impacted some of these friends of mine, because I have friends who are so ambitious, they have so much they want to accomplish in their lives, and this shit keeps holding them back from being able to do it. And it just really pains me to witness that and then see people, especially men, complain about women, always complaining about their health and not actually sucking it up and doing what they need to do to achieve their dreams. But the thing that these guys don't realize and that we don't realize is that it's fucking hard. It's hard, and it's not something they can just suck up. If all I get from doing this for 24 hours is making one person, one human being aware of what it is, then I believe that seed that's planted within that person will have a massive impact, and it'll spread like wildfire. Like, this is what people forget and they don't realize, is that spreading the message, like, even though it might seem like it's only to a few people, like, that shit spreads, man. and it's the seed that grows into a tree. It's this massive ripple effect, and that's what I'm hoping to achieve through doing this. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to stand still for 24 hours, because if you don't know, I've got ADHD, and so standing still for like 30 seconds is a challenge for me. So this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. I don't know how this is gonna go. The thing that I have to keep remembering is that yes, it's going to suck. It's going to really suck. But all that being considered, it is really only going to suck for 24 hours, but then after that and after a bit of sleep, it'll be fine. Whereas some other people who have endometriosis, they don't have that same kind of fortune or that same kind of blessing. So I'm counting my blessings, but I am very anxious, and I'm not afraid to say that, because I think anyone who challenges themselves to stay still for this long would be. Let's get some signage.
Oh no, I just chipped a bit of it. Oh no.
That wasn't meant to happen. Out of duct tape. I thought I had more duct tape, but apparently I don't. I found caution tape though. I mean, I should wear this all the time, really. Keep those around me safe, knowing that I'm a hazard, and we're good to continue. So I thought I had more duct tape. Sorry, I almost just broke Dad's thing. I thought I had more duct tape, but apparently I don't. So I'm just gonna have to work with what I have, which so far is just this. I don't like the white edges, but don't really have a choice. We'll see what I can do. This was meant to be a 4. Look what I did. Oh no, what have I done? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Well, this looks alright. You know what? I've done well with this. I've done very well with this. Okay, now I need to do a hashtag. That's the dodgiest looking hashtag I've ever done. What is that? What is that? I thought it was worse, but that's much better, I think. So I've just gotten up to the part where I'm gluing the letters on, and these mosquitoes are like biting my ankles and making it so difficult for me. Alright, so I think I just finished the sign. It took me a little longer than I wanted, but I got it done. And this is it here. I'm actually quite proud of it, considering I've never done it before. So it is just past midnight, the day before I do the challenge, and it's only just hit me like how hard it's gonna be. Like, I was feeling alright before, but now it's kind of settling in that I'm gonna have to be standing in the same place for 24 hours. I'm gonna be getting no sleep, and mind you, I'm gonna be getting up at like 6, 7 in the morning tomorrow to get ready to go. I'm only gonna get like 5-6 hours sleep tonight because I had to stay up and do some editing, and so I'm suddenly very, very nervous for tomorrow. And you know what I will say though? I put out a call to action on my Instagram story asking if anyone around Canberra, or anyone in general, is available between the times that I'm going to be there in the city standing, and I've had so many people respond. Like, I'm talking 15, 20 people respond, and I'm just overwhelmed with love and gratitude for the people in my life. And it was just kind of those moments of realization where I was like, damn, I've got some really fucking good people in my life. And at least I know for me, I can forget just how much these people care about me, and just to see people reach out the way that they have been, just offering a hand, like it's incredible. And I'm so grateful for everyone. And it's been a big eye-opener. A good reminder that things are going well, and I just gotta keep at it. I'm gonna try and get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. So today's the lucky day. I struggled to get to sleep last night because my head was just racing, but I'm awake now and there's no backing out. So I've decided to switch to this really old GoPro because my camera is a little too big. So I want something a little bit more low-key to kind of take around if I need to. So we're all packed. I've got my camera. I have to do some work on the bus, so I've got my laptop as well. Yeah, it's time to get rolling. Hopefully I don't miss the bus because I used to do that quite a bit back in school. Hey, thank you. So I've just arrived in the Canberra city and I'm feeling really uneasy at the moment. I think it has something to do with the fact that being a man, there's a lot of judgment that gets cast on me standing up for a cause such as this, but this is something that, you know, I believe in really deeply. I think I have that internal fear of rejection and that internal fear of judgment from other people, but I guess that's also the reason why I'm standing up and actually saying something about it. You know, hopefully through doing this, we can take better care of the females in our life. So at this point, I had to do a little bit more work on my laptop, but as I was sitting there, I was beginning to feel really unwell. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm so anxious about this. It's not even the standing bit. The standing is insignificant when I think about judgment. And off I go, going to find my spot where I'm gonna stand. Like I said before, I'm feeling quite gross, but now that I'm moving, I'm actually feeling a little better. Maybe it was just the stagnation of being still. Let's find a spot and see how things go from there. So I think I found my spot right here where there's nice and green trees and whatnot. So it's almost 8:30 a.m. and I'm about to start standing. Let's do it. So as I'm setting up my camera here, it only took literally 10 seconds before a gentleman walked up to me and was curious about what endometriosis was. It didn't stop there, and I was shocked by the amount of people who were willing to have a conversation. So it's like a women's condition that's kind of under research, so it affects 1 in 9 females.
Is it curable?
No. Unfortunately not.
1 out of 9.
1 out of 9, that's how common it is.
How much does it cost for them to get that surgery?
These women have to go to so many doctor appointments, take so much medication just to cope with the pain and everything that they're experiencing. So wow. It adds to thousands a year, easily. And that also stops them from being able to, you know, spend the money on other things. Like I have a friend who really wants to be like a musical composer, but she can't spend any money on like her kind of tuition and learning because it's all going towards medical bills and whatnot. So as I continued talking to this lovely gentleman, he said something that really stuck with me, and I think it gives a really interesting perspective on why it's so important we respect the women in our lives.
When I started praying and fasting, I found the truth, and I found that God called the planets his daughters. This place be the first place that he called his daughter. And where did Adam come from? The dirt. The dirt, yeah, right. So mother was first. That's why I believe that women should be good judges, and they always have been. And men have not been nice to women over the past years and histories, in wars and all that kind of things. It was very sad.
No worries. What was your name?
My name's Scotty, by the way.
Luke. Pleasure to meet you, Scotty.
Pleasure to meet you. So there's another Luke.
Yeah.
I met 3 good Lukes this week.
It's crazy how when you go into a conversation with someone, the whole world around you kind of just zones out. Nothing else matters, but the conversation you're having with that person, that really helped. That conversation I just had with Scotty really helped calm my anxiety that I've been experiencing with standing here. But now that I've had that conversation, like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rejuvenated, and yeah. So I just got called a nutcase for standing here for 24 hours, so if that doesn't tell you how silly this might be, then I don't know what else does. At least it's clear skies today. It could be much worse. It could be raining. Thank you.
My close friend who's got endo, she's going through, she's having an operation about 3 weeks from now.
Oh, is it her first one? Or?
Oh no, she's had it since she was 14.
Wow. How many operations has she had?
Will this be her third?
Third, wow.
Yeah. And like there are days where she's just can't go.
Crazy how it just affects like the simplest of things, like getting up out of bed, taking a shower.
Oh yeah, like I'd be with her, then she'd be like, ugh, like that. She'd just be like, it just hits like that.
Oh, so it's really bad for her then.
Oh, it's shocking. Like she showed me pictures of like what they saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I think a lot of women kind of just get pushed to the side.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Like they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you know, oh, it's not that bad, or you know, it's not endometriosis, it's
Period pain
period
or whatever.
pain or
Yeah.
menstrual pain. You're going through menopause. Blah. No, it's literally like your organs are sticking together when they shouldn't be.
I appreciate you coming and talking. Thank
No
you.
worries. Thanks very much. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good day. Hopefully I have a friend coming by soon to give me some food, but we'll see. I might not. I might have to wait till dinner. It's so hard because there's a KFC right next to me. So I have to stand here and look at chicken while I starve to death, so that's going to be fun. Not quite. So it's a chronic health line in Australia. Alright, so it's currently 2 p.m, so I'm almost 6 hours in, and my legs are really freaking hurting now. I'm getting really restless. I'm struggling to stand still. Like, you'll see me in some of the GoPro footage, like I'm wobbling back and forward. This is hard. I didn't have any friends who were available to drop off any lunch, so I've been going without food for quite some time, but let's see how the next few hours look.
Out of interest,
Yeah.
as a fellow,
Yeah.
why does that motivate you so much
To be here.
yeah.
I guess the reason why this particular issue is important for me is just like as a man in the
Yeah.
male community, like I've seen a lot of disrespect towards women
That's
as well.
lovely.
And
Thank
so
you.
it's more just like I'm trying to spark a conversation within the male community to kind of
That's
raise
interesting.
awareness.
That's
Especially
a beautiful thing also. Yeah, really cool. Good on you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you know anyone who has it or
I do, yeah.
you do? Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Pretty rough. Yeah.
Pretty rough.
Yeah. You're going to stand here. Are you?
Yeah.
So all night.
Yeah, all night.
Yeah, sure.
Only recently I went to a good gynecologist and they were like, you have endometriosis.
Yeah.
And I like cried with like relief that it was just like, you just go through the motions of like time after time after time and there's no answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was having some really good conversations with people, but as time went on, it became increasingly difficult to stand still, particularly because I hadn't eaten. That's when a random stranger came up to me and offered me some toffee to keep me going.
I don't have anything except some lollies.
Oh, that's alright. I mean, I'll take a lolly.
I eat them for good. I have a problem with the sugar at the moment.
Oh, jeez, thank you.
So you need more of this.
So this guy just came past and he just gave me some lollies, which is great because I haven't eaten yet because I haven't had a care package come through yet. So this is actually really well timed. Amazing.
Can you do a hug?
Hey, oh yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
No, that's alright, you're doing incredible.
Like a lot of people don't know about it.
They don't, no.
Oh, I sort of didn't think there was anything wrong with me until I realised that, I don't know, it's not supposed to be painful at all.
Did you have to go through surgery to
Yeah,
get
I've
a
been through
diagnosis? Wow.
public surgery. I think I waited maybe 4 months for that appointment.
Wow.
But I'm not going to go through the public system again.
No.
The follow-up wasn't any good. I've got no answers. All I know is that they've taken something from somewhere. I was like, okay, well,
And
what
people
now?
think so. So while talking to this lovely woman about her experience with endo, the most unexpected thing happened to me, which completely filled my heart and changed the whole course of my day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Thank you for coming up to me.
I promise I'm coming. I'm here. Talk never ends. I need the support.
Oh, thank you. Wait, what? What are you here for?
For you.
For me?
No,
Why?
I want to help you. Standing here.
Oh man, thank you.
Standing here, you need anything. You need the juice.
Oh, what? You really didn't have to do that, man.
This tissue is from Aldi, but it's clean. No, you can wipe anything.
I can wipe the bird poo because I keep getting shut off by these.
This is like my dad said. Oh, dog is good, but you need support.
Can I give you a hug? Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
So when I thought things couldn't get crazier, when I was setting up my camera to talk about the experience I just had, I had these two beautiful human beings come up to me from Beach Burrito, basically offering me dinner that night, and it just sent me into a ball of tears. I just had the weirdest thing happen. I had a guy come up to me who gave me orange juice, some bananas, and some eggs, all yellow, all themed, which was just the nicest gesture because I didn't ask him to do that. And I was running low on energy and I didn't say anything and he just gave it to me, which was really kind. And then I had these two beautiful human beings come up to me who work at Beach Burrito, and they were seeing me stand there and they just offered me free tacos for tonight. That's just so incredibly kind, and it's just like, So I've just had my first bird shit on me. Thank you, mister, up there. Apparently it's good luck if a bird shits on you, so maybe that means that I'll survive the 24 hours? We shall see. So the day continued, and I still had more and more people come up to have a conversation with me surrounding Endo. I met an awesome girl named Sophie, who later became a good friend of mine, who you'll definitely see in future videos. Soon after, I met this incredible woman named Cathie Marriott. Yes, I know, our reactions when we found out we had the same last name says it all too. Catherine had a very unique story, and I couldn't believe it took her all those years before she was diagnosed with endometriosis.
Yeah, so I had horrific period pain at boarding school, and I went and saw doctors and had ultrasounds and was told there's nothing wrong with me, and they put me on the pill. I was on the pill until I was 33 when I finally got sick of it because I didn't like what it was doing to my body, and I went off the pill.
Wow.
And as soon as I went off the pill, I just started getting horrific cramps. I started getting cramps in the middle of my cycle. And I went and saw a number of doctors who basically just said, look, it's in your head, you probably should go and see a psychologist, there's nothing really wrong with you. What they don't tell you is that the normal ultrasound doesn't actually show endo up. And it wasn't until I spoke to my mum who said, would you like to find a fella? Yeah. And I said, Mum, I'd love to, but being intimate with someone is so painful, I just can't go there. Yeah. So she said, I think you should go and see a surgeon. So I went and saw a surgeon. I had my first surgery on the 9th of November, and she said, you might lose your left ovary, which I sort of still was like, no, I won't. Come on, the doctors have told me I'm fine and it's in my head. But yeah, sure, cut me open and see what you think. And she stitched me back up and sent me down to Melbourne with severe endometriosis, extreme endometriosis. And so in March, so 4 months later, I had a second surgery and I lost a section of my bowel, a chunk out of the side of my rectum. They took my cervix, my fallopian tubes, my uterus, and they scraped endometriosis off every organ in my body from my liver down. So so it took away a fair chunk of my life.
The day eventually turned into night, but the evening was pretty pleasant because I had a few of my friends come by to show some support and drop off some food. Not to mention I had tacos that Beach Burrito gave me. I actually managed to hold out going to the bathroom until later in the evening when my friend Cass came along. Standing still through the night was definitely a challenge, particularly because there wasn't many people to keep me company. But I made it through the night, and as soon as the clock hit 8:30 that morning, I was all done. It's finally over. Oh my goodness, the clock just struck 8:30. So now I'm gonna go on my way home, all done. I'm so tired, I'm so keen for a sleep. Doing this challenge has opened my eyes to so much. I had some incredibly interesting conversations with people about endometriosis and how it affects the women in our lives. I feel really fortunate that I had the opportunity to raise awareness and to be able to start a conversation in the community so that we can all work together to support these incredibly strong and resilient women. If you would like to donate to help raise funds for endometriosis research, visit endometriosisaustralia.org. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next week.